Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You got that right.
Us fat and bottom boys, we make the rockin' world go round.
That's what they say. Hey, everybody, it's Full Spectrum Cycling. This is show 291.
You got new headphones?
Like a long time ago.
Okay. That's new.
Did
Probably
you shine them up?
6 months ago.
Probably opened my eyes and finally looked
Maybe.
at you.
I don't know.
I don't look at you that often.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, show 291. So that's what's going on here in Milwaukee tonight. What else is going on here in Milwaukee? More bike theft.
Is there another one?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a Yuba cargo bike, electric,
Come on.
a blue one. You might have seen it around.
The spicy curry, or no? That's the
It's an electric.
Okay.
I think it's a factory electric.
where from, and what's the deets?
Over on Burleigh somewhere.
Oh shit.
Huh.
And he said just 2 days before they tried to nick it from his backyard too.
Oh man.
So that's one of the reasons why I kind of reached out to Abus and said, "Hey guys, got this angle grinder thing going on here in Milwaukee, and I was curious how this lock here specifically,
That lock is
the Granite Super Extreme 2500."
That weighs the same as my child,
Right. It is a little hefty,
and my child's big.
but it takes.
But if you're electrified,
There's several. I don't want to destroy that one with an angle grinder because that would be silly.
Right.
We'll figure out how it works and where we can put it and stuff like that. Do a story on it and whatnot. But there's several videos on the interwebs already, and it takes. You can get through one side of it with a couple discs in between 3.5 and 4 minutes, but it's so strong that you can't get anything out of it. So you have to cut the other side. So now you're up to
3 or 4 minutes.
Now you're like up to 8 minutes. And,
Hopefully by then you've been beaten to death.
And you need a pack of discs, too. You're probably going through 6 discs to do all that.
Maybe you can
So,
use one of
and
those
then-
discs to kill yourself.
Right, like a shrieking
Right.
throwing star.
Into the neck.
So that time to cut through doesn't include changing the discs either,
Oh,
which, what does that take, 30 seconds per?
that's why I always carry 4 cutters with me. Joking.
So, I mean, if it's going to take 10 minutes to get through that thing, I'm pretty sure that's relatively safe.
Yeah.
At least for stuff that's parked outside and not in someone's garage where you
Not
got
for a weekend.
all day and all night to deal with it.
Right.
But, you would think somebody would notice something after 10 minutes of noisy grinding.
yeah.
Or your neighbors are assholes.
Yeah.
Could be
Even that.
too.
I mean, yeah, at least.
Yeah, point that thing at your mouth just a little more. You can,
Yeah. Get in there. Get in there.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I'm going to have a beer.
Dulcet tones of Mr. Tony Berger. The other thing over by Tony that weighs about 1 million pounds is actually an anchor that goes into the ground. So, or into a concrete wall, perhaps, if your garage is made out of concrete.
Concrete or brick.
Right. And then there's an extra super long chain there. Yeah. Long. And
Ooh, that's a long one. Yeah.
yeah. And so, once it's anchored in the floor, like for a motorcycle, I could see that being semi-easy to use with this thing.
Right.
Or a
Right.
bike. But,
Yeah.
if it's, you'd have to make a specific area for it and then attach that thing to the floor and that thing to deal, and you would be pretty good, I'd think.
See, this might be cool in my garage, mounted to the floor with that on it and cameras. So when someone does start cutting it, I can use the weapons that are there to shoot them while they're cutting it.
That's where Pee Wee Herman got it wrong.
It
with
all
his
seems
heavy,
to make sense.
when he got
Right.
it heavy. I mean, he had all the chains, he had it wrapped, and but he did not have the weapons right. That came
Does
later.
does your garage have a window that you can see from your deck? So you could
Yep.
just park the bike right in front of there, right inside there. And,
Yep.
yeah.
shoot the beanbags? Pow.
Do a
I
little,
wouldn't be shooting beanbags.
little,
Rock
little
salt?
practice. Little practice.
Castle Law, baby. Castle
Tell you,
Law.
if this ever gets to that stage, you know what I'm shooting?
Oh,
You know what I'm
hold
aiming
my
for?
beer. Wait for it.
Wait, you know what I'm aiming for? Just so you guys know, I'm telling everyone in the world right now, if we get to this stage and I see someone trying to steal my bike and I'm watching them, I'm aiming for the balls. I want to make certain that this thing cannot recreate.
Yeah, could send a bunch of condoms to Hamas too. Maybe they won't.
That's all. Oh, Jesus, God. We've already gone into politics. Do they stand ball small?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how many condoms they dropped over Vietnam back in the day, but they were big. They were like this big. They're like...
Oh, like Frank from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I dropped my oversized condom for my magnum cock.
Yeah. Always Sunny.
Always Sunny. Good show. Good show.
Always funny on Always Sunny.
DeVito.
All right, so the lock thing, we'll have some pictures and some stories and stuff. And yeah, I just...
Potentially a dead human.
Stuff getting stolen is just getting out of hand.
It is really ridiculous in River West right now. It's absurd.
Well, it's not just here, though. I mean, it's Portland. There's tons of stuff there. There was an article from, or I think it was in Bicycle Retailer, about Bike Index, estimating that 2.4 million bikes are stolen every year. And only 100,000 plus have been reported on Bike Index. 1.3 million registered on Bike Index, so there are people using it. But this thing out there was the same as here, lack of police response.
Right.
You know, guy has $5,000 bike stolen, had an air tag on it.
Not doing it.
Got a cop to say, we'll make a thing, a report, and we'll check it out. Nothing. A couple of weeks later, what's up with that? Can't find it anymore.
Thoughts and prayers.
Can't find it anymore.
Thoughts and prayers.
In the end, they found the air tag alongside the garage. They did arrest a guy, but it was like 2 months later.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough about stolen.
All I've
bikes.
is
my blood pressure's starting to get up.
I still miss.
It was already up there from the days
what?
bullshittery at work, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, there's that. Then let's ramp it up. And I'm thinking of, but I had the reclamation story. When the wheel set got ripped off outside of Towner.
Yep, that was a good one.
And just flooded the socials. You did as well. I did massively. Yeah. And they
suddenly appeared.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. I mean,
every time
sometimes
you are near.
Sometimes there is a happy story out of it.
I think that's clean living because I still don't have my wheels back.
It is just sometimes.
Speaking of wheels, there's a wheel right there for you.
I know. How am I going to get that home?
Your luck, man. No whammies. You just hit it every time there's a fucking whammy. Then.
Lucky you.
I know. I get the wow. Holy shit. Well, 10,000 and another spin. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Didn't want it, yeah.
There was a song apparently written about the SS Milwaukee.
I listened to it today.
Did you?
It was on WMSE.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I listened to it on the On Milwaukee page. It's sort of pirate-ish.
Oh wait,
it's Gilligan's Island.
Is that the guys from Milwaukee Record?
Well,
the Roaring Dans.
The Roaring Dans is the band.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. That's fine. I haven't heard it yet. But
I'm not.
We can listen to it after the show.
And I also cannot get. Speaking of, let's just roll right into the art auction. I don't get why those two boat paintings are going for.
They're the highest priced ones right now on the art auction.
Because it's timely and topical.
Right. I would
Haven't
like
you
to.
seen our world?
So
I'm sorry. There are.
I got outbid on my Von Muns.
Little people just ding dong.
Are you getting? You're going down Friday, right?
Oh yeah.
So Friday in Milwaukee here is the WMSC art auction.
It's a good time.
It is a good time, even if you don't win anything. So far,
you're not winning things; you're buying things.
Well, you're winning
for a lot of
you're
money.
winning the right to spend your money on them.
I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know Von Muns is going to go for a lot more than I'm willing to bid. As much as I love
it's
you,
the
Eric.
same thing I think about that Mark Winter piece there.
Yeah, that's cool.
I want to get.
I know.
That's going to go. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, Greg's going to bid in this, and it's
all
gonna
right.
be
So I'm
really
winning 1,
expensive.
2, 3, 4, 5 right now, and losing 2.
I'm winning 2 and losing 1.
I ain't paying attention until Thursday.
Good call.
Just kind of keeping up.
I'm looking at what I want and I like,
Yep.
and some of them are out of range already. I already knew that part.
The chess sets.
And some of them didn't.
Yeah,
make
there's another one similar
I like
to this.
That. Yep.
Yeah.
I would. That one last year I got for a good price.
Mm-hmm.
I forget exactly, but it wasn't silly.
One of them. I'll tip my hand. One of them is Billy's.
Oh, really?
Why not?
Odd Rock?
Yeah. I mean, if it comes in at the cool
So just
affordables,
I think
and it's Billy.
I think
come on, man.
I think our listener knows by now, but art on the door. That's all from
Because
the
art rules.
MSC art auction.
You don't like art?
This is-
Fuck you.
You know
Sorry, I
where
just
if you want some stuff
made out
that's
of art.
semi-affordable, if you like the style, at Uptowner right now, there's a lady that has a
My heart.
showing
Yeah.
in the back. So when you go out the rear door to the patio,
Yeah, they have a
Those-
actual.
I already bought
event.
3. There's 2 of them over there.
Those two right there?
Yeah.
Oh, those are cool. Okay.
And yeah, those were like one of them was $25.
Oh, really?
Actually, 2 of them were the one that's still on the car was 25, and the other one was more maybe because the earrings are more expensive. But
Oh, that's cool. Those are at Uptowner?
yeah, but I like the size because it's consistent with the album,
Yeah, 12 by 12.
the album art
-ish.
size thing of all the other art. And
Oh, I like those. Good job,
I
Greg.
just want people to have, if they're going to use the studio, to have the ability to swap out stuff that doesn't look like this. What is this thing again?
Doing, doing, doing.
Doing. Next Wednesday,
Is
it's the Heart Wall. Heart art.
Oh,
Wall,
because
it's got art.
next Wednesday where?
5 to 8 p.m. at the Uptowner Multimedia Works by Teresa Waite.
Yes.
Post that in the notes because I need to remember that.
Yeah, she's got bigger pieces too that are like 30 by whatever, bigger.
Bigger.
and-
Copy
I got big
event
walls
link.
now.
Guess who she is? Just because it's curious, is
Teresa Waite.
Tyler Wadsworth's aunt. If you remember Tyler, Brown Tyler.
Yeah.
That's like his
yeah.
aunt, or they grew up
Is
together.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit. Oh.
Something along those lines. It's more like whatever. Long
Small
story
walkie.
short, but yes.
Small walkie hitting again.
Long story short.
Too late.
All right, Cargo Bike, SS Milwaukee song.
You're gonna get a noise.
Did you catch my latest note for? I was explaining the cool pedals, the inverter,
Inverse.
inverse.
INVRS.
Yes. Okay. Inverse pedals.
We all know
to-
Tony doesn't say things.
I'm not good. I'm not good with words. And I was my
My
chiropractor is also a cyclist, and I'm like, hey,
Oh,
there they are.
So that. I don't know.
yeah.
Those are
Wherever
nice
it
Keen
is.
boots too. Those are great Keen boots.
Probably be out of focus or whatever. But anyway, yeah, I took the old studs out. You can see where the grip studs were because it's
Yeah.
kind of rusty. But then these boots just they made the pattern. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
you kind of
perfect.
have to use what's there.
Perfect.
So those are done, and pedals go on probably tomorrow.
So I mentioned to my chiropractor about these cool pedals,
Good.
and he brought up a secondary bonus that I didn't think about.
Uh-huh.
If you've got studs in your boots and a car passes you too closely,
Uh-huh.
look at the damage you can do to that car
With your foot.
with
Little
your foot.
keying.
Huh.
A little keying.
I just think that's a.
You know,
he
they-
said it to me. I'm like, oh, I got to bring that up
Well,
on
they're
the
like
podcast.
carbide, too, so they're going to
They're
do
gonna
some
cause some serious damage.
I'm a kicker when
You know-
when I'm slighted on a
And
bike.
think about that with
Yeah.
5 or 6, studs in your kicker foot.
Yeah.
Well, remember, I've told you
Yeah.
when I did the kick and it was an undercover cop.
I punched a bus one.
And then also they followed
Yeah.
me all the way home and yelling their ass off at me. I had a day like today where I was just like, I'm just burling ass home, and it just like totally rolled a stop sign, totally rolled it through and whatever. And I was like, fuck you. And just made a little more connection than I thought I was going to. But
they rolled it?
yeah.
Well, cops are supposed to stop.
Right.
Exactly. That was my yelling point
lead by-
until okay, fuck you.
by
We don't have
example.
time for this. Of course not. You don't either. Yeah, it was right over by Vitucci's.
Huh.
Or like that Triangle Park coming from dropping in towards North Avenue. The Triangle Park.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Speaking of poor
And boom,
drivers,
shing-da-ding-da-da. Then
Speaking
and I
of
lived
poor-
on Kramer at the time, and I got all the way to the house, and they were like, yes.
on Saturday, a flatbed tow truck with a vehicle on it, tried to turn into oncoming traffic on Holton to pass me because I wasn't driving fast enough.
Huh. How'd that go?
He didn't pass me. I'm like, you've got to fucking be kidding. He honked at me first because I was turning onto Holton and I wasn't going fast enough, apparently. So the speed limit's 30, so I was doing 33. And he was aggravated by that.
Yeah, boy. People got not enough time on their hands to
Apparently, he had a
Yeah,
he had a vehicle on the back.
Did you get all the way to the top of the hill?
I got up here
by pushing the button.
I got up here.
He
What is
doesn't-
it?
You're not riding your electric bike in the winter, are you?
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm riding analog, and it works.
Yeah.
JK picked up the beer today. We've had this beer before.
I don't think we have. Have we had Turbo Reaper?
Well, we did because
Yeah.
it was it was a variety 12-pack, and there were a
I
couple.
might have had one then.
You might have had one.
You might not have been here, too. That's possible.
I think you were not here when we had the first, but we left one, and I think you had it
I had the next week. That'll happen.
Yeah. But I like it. It's an easy drinking 7.7%.
I like beer.
Yeah, it's
Deceptive.
It's an easy drinking 7%.
Yeah. I mean, when I see 7, I'm like, ugh, yeah. And it's 3 Floyds, and they always have cool art.
That's true.
So-
It is good artwork. It says
I do have the one gripe that the canning process on this one didn't go through, and I was risking filleting a thumb where I had just
It's the other way, Greg.
1024.
Yeah, it says right on the box, too.
1024.
whatever.
Pardon
So
me.
Threw it on the ground.
I was making a gumbo, and I ended up burning my thumb while I was making it, and only about a couple minutes into building my roux, and my roux takes 30 to 40 minutes
Knowing
to
what I know
sit
about
there.
you.
Seems like a lot of ruin.
Oh, dude, and you got to
roux
be
is where you got to start.
well. You got to have the patience of a freaking
Chicken
saint,
pot pie.
baby,
Got to
man.
start with a roux.
Holy. It got to be dark. It got to be like dark chocolate, black almost.
Speaking of chocolate, if anybody's passing through Mineral Point on their way west somewhere,
Oh,
past Madison, Sean, our buddy, has had a restaurant there for a while, but apparently he's reopened. I don't know if it's still called Atomic Chocolates, but he's reopened the chocolate portion of his
Nice
repertoire.
Yeah, I love that.
He makes awesome chocolate.
Yeah, when
Sea salt and caramel.
Times
So
Square
good.
Ooh,
pizza.
that sounds delicious.
when it was
right.
Times Square Pizza.
Exactly.
Oh, him.
Same guy.
Okay.
Yeah. And they had the deli case, and the deli case just had all the chocolate.
Anytime you
and
add
it was awesome
salt to chocolate, especially caramel and chocolate, yeah, you've got a winning combination.
Isaac
Yes,
Hayes,
I agree.
a.k.a. Chef from South Park. Exactly.
Isaac
you want
Hayes.
the chocolate salty balls.
Chef's salty chocolate balls, children.
Is he still alive?
Oh,
no, he died, right?
Isaac Hayes, he's been
Okay,
gone
yeah.
for a while.
After he left South Park.
John Shaft.
Shut your mouth.
Waka, waka, waka. Hey, if you want to go to a really fun event, the Chequamegon Mountain Bike Festival is set for September 15th, 2025.
Sign up now
And
before it sells
actually, you just can yesterday.
out. Because that sells out, doesn't
It
it?
just went on sale yesterday. That's a good question. I know the Berkey they had a limit on. I would assume they have a limit on it. I just don't know how many people do it anymore. That's up there in Cable, Wisconsin, though. You can register as of the 5th of February.
Speaking of that, I ran into Joe Nadelsky at Amorphic on Sunday, and he had done a serious trail ride, and it was hilarious because he had his fatty. He didn't have a bike lock for it, so it was leaning against the garage door at Amorphic, and he was covered in mud. I'm like, oh man, you've had a good ride. You literally like chest down, like mud
Like
everywhere.
Milwaukee River Trail ride?
Yeah, he was trail riding.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like going down there when it's sloppy.
I don't go in down when it's that wet.
Well, that was like
but
that.
he definitely looked like he had a fun time.
Jungle Cross under the at the Home Depot under the bridge when that was all gnarly muddy. And,
Kenny ate his derailleur.
Everybody did.
Oh
Scanlon,
man, that was
everybody
bad.
was
Scanlon did too. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kenny was even done.
Yeah,
He was done
over,
with it.
and
he
then
was
we
just-
were leaving.
He was walking his bike, and he went.
It just collapsed
It
on
just
itself.
sucked it all up in there.
Oh
yeah.
man, that was a bad one.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, it was fun to build the course. Just
I have that great picture
it was
of you guys
it
holding.
was like, ooh.
It's you, Lunds, and you, and one of you are holding like an axe, and the other one's holding like a hubcap.
I had a hubcap. I
It's
think.
like one of my
Oh,
best
and the
pictures
machete.
ever.
Yeah, because Mike.
Mike was there too.
Mike
yeah.
Lodowski always has like the best machetes. He's
a
like,
scythe.
I got this one from Vietnam, and I'm like,
He does. He likes
yes!
to collect machetes from
and it's
foreign
awesome.
countries.
And yeah, they're. Oh man, that thing was a that was awesome. I mean,
Why has Mike never been on our fucking podcast? Or Mike and Berta, for that matter. It should be a two-person show.
Yeah, they should definitely show up.
They're fun people to
someday.
have. Speaking of cycling and
Psychoing. Yeah, I think they're going to go back to Vietnam one of these days.
I think they might have already gone and come back.
Or did they just come back from there?
Yeah, they came back from
Cambodia, maybe. Somewhere over there.
Speaking of that,
Southeast Asian.
Yes.
Ron from Amorphic just got back from France from snowboarding.
Yeah.
And you got to talk to him because it's the funniest story. He's like, he showed up and he got nothing but tons and tons of powder. And apparently the Europeans don't ride powder.
What?
So they showed up at this resort
But what
and there
about
was
the skiing?
literally no one there. He's like, literally no one there. And they're like, really? People are afraid to ride in 2 feet of powder? Which is, of course, a dream when you're a snowboarder in Colorado.
I would imagine.
So, yeah, it's a pretty great story. He's got some great, and he had some photos that were absolutely stunning.
Yeah, and they said that they did it cheaper than going to Colorado.
Yeah, it's cheaper than going to Colorado right now.
Huh.
Although he said you had to be careful which lift you take because you could end up in Switzerland and not be able to get back to your hotel.
Without taking a bus around
hours of bus
right,
riding.
Yep. Around the mountain. Here she comes. And she comes. SS Minnow down at the lakefront.
Okay. I think I got everything I needed out of that song from you. Don't worry, I'll fall into it when I tumble face into it.
Guess where mountain bikers are battling for access to trails again?
Where mountain biking started?
Mount Tamalpais.
Yep.
Apparently there was a movement to get like 6 miles of trails reopened because they haven't been open since the 80s when those hooligans made everybody feel unsafe on all those trails.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
In the 80s, you were hooligans.
Hooligans, I say. Anyway, sounds like it's some judge put an injunction on it again. It's still out in the ether, but hopefully, it's the birthplace of mountain biking, for Christ's sake. You ought to be able to ride a mountain bike out there. At least a part of it.
Yeah, no e-biking, though.
What about horses? Do they like horses out there? Can we get Chewie and Spinner on the horse thing?
Because that's like the...
I don't want to ever hear you say those words again.
Because there's a horse thing in Decorah.
Oh, is there really?
Horse shit in Decorah?
You know what else there is in Decorah, apparently? Chewie's all into it now? Ghosts.
Oh.
He's doing the ghost story thing. He's getting ghost hunting equipment.
I could see Chewie being a ghost hunter.
We got to get him on the show and talk about ghost hunting. I think
I
that
haven't
would
seen
Chewie
Chewie in
actually
over a year.
Probably a more interesting show than talking about this stuff.
My house is haunted
by
something.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some stuff going on in the house.
Does it have anything to do with that bed? The spring thing on the wall.
Lloyd was over and he had freak out.
Well, there you go, right there. You had Lloyd in your house.
Well, no, but I don't know.
I was there. I was in the kitchen.
He's kind of a divining rod.
Yeah, I was in the kitchen when something jumped off a shelf and nobody was near it. I was standing there.
There's some cookie shit in that.
Okay.
I mean, we just all coexist. We're being relaxed and groovy. When you start buying equipment and diving into their business, that's when shit starts to go south. So, okay, I take it back. Don't come by near my house.
I got slimed.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I went to DiNardo's retirement party, and he talked about your wedding being like the best family reunion he's had in ages.
Yes, it was.
He's like, I suddenly felt like I was thrust into a family reunion.
That's how you treat it. Well, pretty much.
So just going to mention this blue sky thing again. I noticed a bunch of friends now are signing up.
I'm there.
I know you guys are.
I'm not. I will be soon.
You'll be soon. Last week we were at 30 million, just under. Now we're very close to 31 million for how many people are on it. So that's pretty good for a week.
Yes, I'm getting close to following Trusky in the Bezos boycott, cut the Prime cord.
I don't know.
That's going to be hard for us.
That's a tough one. I know. It's a tough one, but it's...
All right.
I'm not going to do it immediately, but I'm going to be a very difficult
here's a Bezos...
weaning of self off. And I don't really use it that
a Bezos bullshit story is...
I can just
apparently
do my part as you keep yours going.
Yeah.
Apparently, you need a dumb calculator for some college classes. So Cleone's
It's
very
called
fancy.
A pencil.
A fucking phone has it.
No, you can't use a
Yes.
phone either because you can program these devices. So Cleone needed to buy some sort of business calculator
Oh, Casio.
for her business class. It's a Casio, yep.
Like a
And
fucking old-timey ding-dong.
so we order her this ridiculous calculator, and we have Amazon Prime, and it takes like over a week to show up.
Well, they had to
And
make it
someone-
special in China just
Well,
for her
and
because
someone
nobody buys them
promptly-
anymore.
No, all college kids need this.
Ah,
And it's $40, and apparently it got delivered, and
suckers.
promptly someone stole it off my porch.
Okay. Porch pirate action.
Porch pirate action. And I have a video of him, and he clearly saw my cameras because he never looked up at anything.
Guess where
So
you
he
need to
kept-
mount the camera now?
Yeah.
On the ground.
Or I need the doorbell camera. is what I'm
Or-
The
thinking.
doorbell one sees straight ahead and
yeah.
down.
Yeah. That's
Get
what I
the
like
fucking
about it.
bear trap.
So
Yeah.
Cleona's distraught that someone stole her fucking her calculator. So I'm like, okay, let's look at this. I go online. The calculator is available at Target for $10 less.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go.
In which case, I
And
look
it's
at
in
Molly
stock.
and Cleone and I'm like,
Road
you
trip.
have 55 minutes to drive to Target and get this damn calculator. And they did, and we got the refund from Amazon for someone stealing our calculator. Cleone saved $10 buying the calculator online.
You know, you
which-
spent
or-
$10 in gas.
Amazon
to get
is
out
turning
there.
into
We spent
Delta.
$10 in gas. We have a good car.
It's turning into
So
Delta Airlines.
what to realize is
like
it
you can never
might
land
be
the plane
easier
right.
to give up Amazon than you think.
Yes.
Well,
yeah.
I make money off Amazon too sometimes.
Right. I mean, I can.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm net up $1,500 from them probably a year.
It's convenient. It's convenient for me to buy shit for my mom to get delivered to her.
Yeah,
house.
that's actually
That's
a pretty good plan right there.
the one
The
massive
convenience
tether I
part
have
is
on
there, and the weird food orders
Nah, I don't
where
even.
we order
I
a
don't
lot of
indulge.
weird Asian food that
I
shows
don't.
up.
I don't indulge in the.
I used
Oh,
it.
I do.
I used it for chipped beef one time. It was very good.
Right?
Well,
$25 worth
Cafe
of chipped beef
Cafe Du Monde normally
Good
is about like $9
for chipped beef.
a
for
tin.
coffee.
Coffee.
Oh, for coffee, right?
Coffee and
Yeah.
chicory, and then but there is a
Wait, you drink that shit?
hell yeah. I use it like a 50-50 with other coffee, so it's
I
not.
hate you.
It's awesome. It works
You
out
have
so-
failed me in life.
What are you talking about?
Chicory and coffee is like,
Nolans.
I might as well piss
dirty
in my
musty
coffee when I
yeah.
drink it. It's
dirty musty South.
Oh, God.
At least my
I'm
coffee.
sorry,
at
listeners.
least my
I'm
coffee
sorry,
tastes like
listeners.
coffee. Musty ass coffee instead of like some. No. You will
I have a
not
funny
change my
story
mind on that one.
after
But-
the show's over. I got a great story for you.
So I don't have to give Amazon my money for that because I know
True.
there's a sweet ass Asian store that has everything in the world live and frozen and dead and everything else, and they also have Cafe Du Monde.
And they have maggots, Michael.
No,
Maggots. You're
well,
eating
actually
maggots,
they could.
Michael.
Probably.
There was a story
I mean-
on NPR today about maggots and eating them. And it's like,
They're healthy, apparently.
yeah,
Well,
I
if
guess
you-
we're going to end up.
if you
Lot of
if
protein.
you grow them the right way and whatever. But
if,
I
if you
mean,
fed them only on Washington State apples,
if they
they're
were
very
all-
tasty.
yes, if they were only feeding on like the best grass-fed Kobe carcasses.
Right. There you
Kind
go.
of thing, you know.
Right.
Blah, 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 blah. Of
Oh,
course,
you're-
you're going to have the best maggots if
Oh,
they came from that which
These
gave
maggots
you the
came from
Wagyu
Kobe
beef.
beef. Oh, God, that sounds really nasty.
I know. Well, yeah. I mean, we're eating muscle and we're eating steak. I mean, come on, let's not sugarcoat it.
That's true.
We're not that damn civilized, guys.
Right? Well, you don't see it happening, so it's fine.
We're just good with our words.
Yeah. And Kobe.
Well,
Speaking of Kobe is looking at buying a Linsky titanium gravel bike.
I know he's been constantly communicating with me.
Oh, is he asking you too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that's why I sent him to you. I'm like, dude, you want a tie bike? It's forever. Buy a Linsky.
Yeah.
I'm like, you
But
might as well do it if you're
he's
into
gonna-
gravel bikes.
He's going to have to buy. I mean, you can't buy that thing as cheaply. I mean, you can buy it cheaper from them than cheaper than if
and
I
building
bought
it. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they're like 50% off right now,
I-
which is whatever dealer
which
margin
is
there
why I
might have been
immediately
in
sent
one.
him a link to it. I'm like, dude, You want a gravel bike, which is a marketing term. I'm like, Golinsky.
Well, but it has 40s on it, and it can take 45. So
right.
It's like,
well, so it's a marketing bike,
like a skinny,
but it's still cool.
They're skinny mountain bikes.
Right.
That's the
700s or 650s.
The new term. I think that's a second
skinny mountain bike.
That's the second new thing I came up with just today. It's like you know what a flow trail is?
No.
It's like a mountain bike trail that's all flowy with nice curves and banks, and you can just jam on it.
You're going to throw out some crazy
snow
terms?
flow.
Snow flow.
Snow flow. It's for when you groom something that's got flow and it's in the snow.
So, have you ever heard the
Snow
term
flow?
Oh no!
Have you heard the term chin nibbler?
No.
So I was at Amorphic on Sunday, and somebody brought their dog in. And I said, "Hey, can I pet your dog?" He's like, "Yeah, but I'm going to warn you. He's a chin nibbler."
Oh boy.
I'm like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "Just bend down and you'll find out."
Oh.
And I bend down to pet this dog, and sure as shit, he starts chewing on my chin.
Yep.
Like gently. And I look at this guy, I'm like,
makes sense.
this
Sounds
might
like
be the greatest day
sense
in
now.
the world.
Sounds like a fetish thing to
I'm
me.
like, this
That's
might
what
be
my-
the greatest day in the world. Your dog only chews on chins. He's like, yep, ever since he was a little pup. I'm like, I am so excited to pet your dog. And I might name my next dog
Chin nibbler.
Chin Nibbler.
Chin nibbler.
Yeah.
All rolled together, Chin Nibbler. What's your dog name?
My,
Chin Nibbler?
my bobcat, when I have enough scruff, she starts to lick, and then becomes the
Right.
and then it's like, whoa, hey, now.
Light, gentle. Yeah.
One of my
Well,
old
no, it's a fucking bobcat, so no.
You don't have a bobcat. You've got some
bobcat
sort of
strain.
Yeah.
Bobcat strain light. Bobcat light.
Bobcat.
I don't know if my roommate had something
BCL.
similar. It was a Manx or something, but it was a hair puller, but only with women. So he'd like have a girlfriend over, and I think the cat was jealous because the girl's hair would be laying over the couch, and he'd just go
Yep.
and shred it.
Yeah. She'll do that to Kim. Yeah, laying in bed.
Wow.
Boom, and just like all of a sudden grab and yank and.
So Kim's your second wife.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, everybody. Well,
We talked a lot.
I think we got through most of this stuff
talked a
today. If we didn't, we'll get to it next week.
Chin Nibbler.
Oh, you know what? I could take this off the list. The Blurple Omnium is going to Seattle.
You sold it? Nice.
Guy's going to come and pick it up on Monday and take it out there.
Awesome.
I was gonna take a road trip because the first quotes I got from like trucking companies were like $1,900. You know, it's like, and both Brandon and I were like, yeah, we're not putting that back in a box because even if it was originally in the original box, I still don't like shipping them via UPS.
Oh, yeah.
So you pallet them and you ship them. But I was like, well, if it's gonna, I might as well take a road trip. I can stop and see Ivan. Then Ivan said, well, you know what? Maybe I'll just jump in the car with you and go out there with you.
Saddle. Yeah.
And then come back. And then you stay here again and then you go home.
Is he still in Fort?
Yep. We're calling. So anyway, but I got a guy to do it for $350, which I think is pretty good. And he's one of those guys that is small. He's a small carrier. He's got a van and a trailer, and he's conscientious and makes sure shit gets there in one piece and blah, blah, blah. So that's going out there. So I'm going to take that off the list because it's sold.
Nice.
You know what else is sold is the large Wednesdays going out to Iowa. So
Nice. That'll make someone really happy.
Chewie.
Oh, fuck him. Chewie. When's he coming to Wisconsin, that fucker?
Well, I told him he has got to go to Shakers if he's going to do ghost stories.
All right.
I don't know what else we got for ghosts. The Pabst Mansion comes to mind. There's a few places.
Been a long time since I've been in Shakers.
Anyway, all right. Well, we'll do this again next week.
Chewie, you watching?
I know.
Shake, 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 Sonora. Shake your body line.
Shake, 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 Sonora.
Shake it all the time. Walk, walk, walk.